The Chirp Wheel is an alternative to a traditional foam roller to get back pain relief. In this video, I'll be giving you my honest physical therapist opinion about using the Chirp Wheel for back pain relief, and I'll also show you how to use it. First off, let me just tell you some of the features of this. I got it in the mail along with this. This is all that came in the box. Just a simple pamphlet on how to use it, instructions on how to use it, some information about it, and it's just quite simple. There's nothing much to it other than the wheel. The wheel is made out of the thick, hard plastic, and it's got this foam padding on the outside that's actually quite cushiony, and it's firm, but it has some good cushion to it. It's a 10-inch diameter wheel, and it says there's 16 millimeters of foam padding on the outside. It's also got this foam well right here, this valley that's mint colored, and that's intended for your spine bones to settle there so that you can get a better massage effect from the outer black parts against your back muscles. Now the paperwork and online, it says that this thing can support up to 500 pounds. I'm a little bit less than half of that, and it supports me just fine. And the conversion for 500 pounds into kilograms is about 226 kilograms for those of you on that system. Now let's go over to the floor so you can see how to use this. So the instructions are simply to sit on the floor, lean up against it, lift your hips, and start rolling forward and back over the wheel. So let's do that. I'm gonna sit on the floor, put it up against my back, lean on it, and then lift my hips up and just start to roll forward and back. And you can hear it just rubs a little bit, the foam, but it's fine. It feels sturdy. It's 7 inches wide, I forgot to mention that. So it's actually very stable, very sturdy. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna roll over off of it. I'm leaning quite a bit over to the left here and quite a bit over to the right, and I feel very stable on this device. And one of the benefits of it being a 10-inch diameter versus a traditional foam roller that's probably about half of that, you don't have to roll as far to get this up and down your back, whereas this traditional foam roller, you do have to roll your body kind of more. You have to walk your legs over further to get the foam roller up and down your back. But as you saw with this foam roller, because of the big diameter, you don't have to go as far. And Chirp does make even bigger diameter rings, and also smaller ones too, because there's advantages to having a smaller one. But you can see I'm barely moving my legs, and this is already at the bottom of my back. And then when I bend my knees, I'm already at the upper part of my back. I can go even further up if I go down just a bit more. Now the main thing is you just roll up and down. You can hang out on spots that are a little more tender, if the muscles are tender there. Just make sure it doesn't cause any pain that's going to linger after a while. You can also bias the pressure by leaning slightly on one side and hanging out that way, or leaning on the other side and rolling up and down while putting more pressure on the opposite side. You can also bend your spine kind of sideways, and you can play around with it and get as much focused force as you like. So let me tell you about some pros of the Chirp Wheel. I love that it's wide and it doesn't feel like it's going to roll over. It's very sturdy with my full body weight leaning on it, besides my legs touching the ground. I love this well in the middle, this valley. My spine feels very comfortable on it. The padding is fantastic. It's not as pokey as these foam rollers are. This just doesn't give as much as high density foam versus this padding just has a lot more cushion on it. Of course, this is much more stylish with the mint and black versus just the solid black. If that matters to you, it doesn't really matter to me. I just wanted to get the job done. But for me, my favorite feature about this is that you don't have to roll very far. So like I showed you, you just bend your knees and straighten out your knees, and this thing moves all the way up and down your back. It's a physics problem. Just because this is a smaller diameter, it's going to take more distance to get it to go up and down your back versus this one's less. Let me tell you about some cons of the Chirp Wheel. So because of the diameter, a downside of it is that it's pretty much dedicated to being used on your back. It's going to be hard to use this anywhere else on your body, like a calf muscle or any leg muscle, your thighs. You just aren't going to be able to use this very well. It's a lot heavier too than a foam roller, so you can't really lean up against the wall as much. You could, it's just going to fall more often than a foam roller. Some people will lean on the wall and rub their body up and down using a foam roller like this. But Chirp does make other sizes, so you can definitely get a smaller one or a bigger one if you need a bigger one. Now, my honest physical therapist review of this, my opinion about this, I like it a lot. I think it's a good tool, especially if you have some sort of chronic back condition like back arthritis, disc herniations, degenerative disc disease, or lumbar spinal stenosis. You're probably going to have very overdeveloped back muscles that need to be frequently massaged out, and this tool can help you get it. I mean, if you have one of those conditions, you probably need to be using something like this every few hours throughout the day to decrease the pressure on your spine and the problem that you have, so that you can feel better and heal naturally without having to rely on medications and injections. So this thing can help you reduce medications, injections, and visits to the doctor if your back pain flares up, because you're keeping your spine, your muscles, your joints loose in the area. Just know that the intent of this is to provide short-term pain relief. It's not going to resolve a back problem like those that I mentioned. To get resolution for the long term of those problems, you need to address the root muscle imbalances, which we talk all about on this channel. In fact, we've got playlists of videos for all those conditions: back arthritis, degenerative disc disease, disc herniations, as well as lumbar stenosis of the spine. You can find those playlists down in the description below. I've linked them there for you. Hey, by the way, if you want to get your own Chirp Wheel, there's a link in the description below to get this off Amazon. That's where I got it. Hey, if you thought this video was helpful, please give us a thumbs up, and please share this with somebody you think needs to see this. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on our notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the helpful videos that we post each and every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.